play here?
Nah. I mean, what you mean by deep?
Well, you been a rival and now you're part of the show.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was just, a choice I had to make, best for me. I don't really think to say D program like that, but
if I recall right, you had an offer from Bob Gregory originally, back when you were being recruited. I think you took a visit here.
Yeah.
And how serious were you with Washington back at that point?
Well, honestly, at that time in high school, Washington was one of my dream schools. And so when I got that offer, it was pretty surreal, and I was interested in it, but of course it didn't really carry out like that, and I found a home back at Wazoo. So
was that with the coaching change over to Jimmy Lake?
He was there. He offered me when he was. That's the guy who was here when I got offered. But no, it was just like it didn't. He didn't really follow through, I guess, and I got recruited with Jay Rich when Jay Rich was at Wazoo, and he brought me there.
What made this the right move for you in your career?
Well, I wanted to play. I know I wanted to play on a big stage, and I was familiar with a few guys on the team from back home. We've always competed with each other, Jonah, Efi, KG, all those guys. Even Damon, we competed against each other in 7-on-7 and stuff in high school. And I was familiar with them, familiar with the coaching staff. And so, it really just felt like home. I knew it was one of the biggest stages, if not the biggest stages, being here. And, I just love the setting. So,
what was
some of your responsibilities?
well, you have to talk. You got to know where everybody is at all times. You got to know where your help is. You just got to control the defense. That's one thing about it.
What was the reaction from some of your teammates at Wazoo when you, not just when you transferred, but when it was here that you're transferred to?
Mm-hmm. Well, you got some people that don't like it, and then you got others that stick with you regardless. You're real friends. And some of them didn't like it, but my guys who I rock with, they were happy for me regardless. They understood. Was
there anybody else in the picture recruiting you who you were considering?
When I was considering here?
Yeah. When this last winter?
Really, like any other schools or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was a bunch. A bunch of schools. I can't even my phone started blowing up when I entered the portal. So I knew I wanted to shut it down though. I knew I kind of already had my mind made up. Even though I was in there, that's why I shut my recruitment down pretty fast. So I already kind of know where I wanted to go.
Did the staff recruit you when they were in Arizona?
Yeah, Coach Fish, he did recruit me a little bit at Arizona when Coach Don Brown was on the staff with him. And then Jay Rich, like I said, I have a real close relationship with Jay Rich. And so he was kind of the reason why I chose to go to Washington State. When he just came here, it just felt like home. So.
Did you take any other visits before you came here?
Yeah, I went to Kansas and Cal. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan.
How have you kind of dealt with, I'm sure you see some of the Wazoo fans or anything on your social media and stuff. How have you just kind of dealt with that, kind of going through it?
Well, just like I said about some of my teammates, my old teammates, is some people like it, some don't. But the fans also don't really understand. They don't get it. They think it's money, and it's not really about that. This is a bigger stage. I feel like this is a better place where I can showcase my abilities, and complete my goal. So.
I know it's only day 3 in practice, but talk to us a little bit about being a linebacker, chasing Damon Williams and Bond.
Oh, he's fast. He's fast. You gotta be on your P's and Q's when you're chasing him. You just gotta know where you're. I don't want to give the teams too many tips, but he's a problem for sure.
Where does Buddah come from?
My dad gave me the nickname as a baby. He said I was sitting with my arms crossed, Mima, so he started calling me his little Buddah.
Do you feel added responsibility? You got 2 good linebackers in Zadrius and Jacob Manu out recovering, and Alexander's not here today, and So I mean, you're kind of one of the few veterans that's here. Do you feel responsibility to kind of get the linebacker core together?
I mean, as one of the older guys in the room, I feel like you always kind of have that responsibility. You know, one of the guys with more snaps, you know, you kind of have to, you know, coaches expect that from you also. It's like, you know, you take control and help out the younger guys. But, you know, we got guys like Devin Bryant, who he's doing really good, you know, in these 3 days. You also got young Ep, you know, he's coming along with it, you know, just trying to, we're always helping each other, you know. Ant, he's good, you know, smart guy. Griff is really good. And you got Hayden, so, you know, we're all just helping each other at all times.
Are you wearing the defensive comm helmet?
The defensive comp? Oh, like the,
Yeah.
That's what it's called?
Yeah. Are you wearing that?
Yeah, I got one.
Did you do that last year at Wazoo?
Nah, we had like the safeties and the corners wore it, because they say that the safeties can see everything, but I wish.
Okay, how is that?
It's funny. The first time when Coach Walters talked to me on it, it kind of scared me because I wasn't expecting it. But it's funny, you know, like the other day he was cracking jokes in the comm when he was talking to me on the field, so it was it's cool. I feel like it's really dope, the fact that we can communicate, you know, and he can help us out, and if we're playing in a place where it's really loud, you know, I can still get the call, and we can get set up, you know, what we got to do.
What makes Coach Walter's defense different than other ones you've played in?
Well, Coach Walter's defense, I feel, is like the defense I was in before is more gap sound. Like, you know, you got to be in the gap, you know, just stay in your gap. Coach Walter's defense allows you to play freely, you know, and you can kind of track the ball and find the ball and really use your athletic ability to the fullest. You know, it's not like just robotic on all times. So.
All right. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thanks, Buddah.